delighted to propose those thanks. But before I do that, can I just pay a tribute to Jason and to Barry for what they have done and what they are doing with the NEDgroup journey. If I'd been allowed the full 15 seconds when I was saying who I was, I might have said that NEDgroup was formed 10 years ago. And the reason we formed it was because the philosophy of Russ and Jonas was to do whatever it could to get closer to the people who chose to put their name on their books. Mostly these were interim managers, but so often there were people on the fringes of interim managers. And I noticed a little in one of the discussions, people were saying they're NEDs here, there and everywhere. And some people were saying they're board advisors. Now, what that means is that you're not actually an NED, you're not actually a director, you're not actually non-executive, you don't have a statutory role, but you're there helping those businesses get along. And certainly over the last 32 years that I've been in Russ and Jonas, there's a big chunk of the database of people who do exactly that. So what we have in this market now, I would submit, is a magnificent supply of people who can do NED work or things in that space. They can do it with great skill. Now, the supply is getting better and more professional all the time, thanks to people like NEDA and other organisations who they can go to and find out peer groups and that sort of thing. It's the demand where we have a little bit of difficulty, because you don't know where it is. And people looking for NED appointments, either the first one or the second ones, if you did an analysis as to where they came from, the word serendipity would come in time and time again if you could spell it and if you knew what it meant. But what it means is you don't know where it's coming from, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So my tribute to Jason and Barry is that the journey they're going on, with a little bit of help from me I hope, is to identify what is in the best interests for NEDgroup in the future, for all the stakeholders who come along and support it. Those who are on the database listening and reading the index emails that come out, those who come to events like this and meet other people. And I think that probably as part of this thinking process, the word collaboration is going to come into play. Because the market, the delivery market is so fragmented that in order to make those delivery, to be frank, one of the reasons people are here today is to actually help find their next NED appointment, and we're conscious of that. So collaborating as a supplier with the various stakeholders in the business is one of the routes that I know is being actively considered here. And if you have any comments on that or any advice or helpful comments, I know that Jason and Barry will be very pleased to have them. Now, just as an example of collaboration in action and being very successful is in NEDawards. Whenever you see that name underneath, it says in association with Peel Hunt. And if you look a little bit further down, you'll see the names of 12 major serious organisations who are lending their support to what you're doing in the NEDawards events and the movement that's going forward. And I think that's something that other people ought to copy. But the problem is, difficult to copy because you bag the best 12 people in the business, haven't you? You're your sponsor. But that's an illustration of something in action that's actively being considered. On that note, Stephen, I'd like to thank you very much for a splendid evening you've spent with us. We've learnt a lot, and not only have we learnt a lot, but I know all of us will go away with just one or two insights that, back on the job, make all that difference. Thank you very much indeed for your...
Charles, thank you very much, and Stephen, thank you very much. Stephen's just passed me, and I'm going to ask Anna just to circulate these if she will. These are Non-Executive Director Awards. I think there's still a bit of time if you want to nominate someone.
Nominations close on the 4th of December.
There you are, bags
So
of time.
If you want to
Bags of
nominate,
time.
this is how to, with a little bit about it. So
Just
a little
passing
flyer.
a few of those around. Thank you very much indeed. There'll be another glass of wine, another nibble of cheese, and hopefully 1 or 2 more conversations that you can have. We look forward to seeing you on the 2nd of February. In the meantime, I think I'm going to be the first one to say compliments of the season. Thank you very much.